you might be wasting your time manifesting and trying to manifest without this one law of the universe, the law of inspired action. So I know there's people out there, gurus and things, that tell you, oh, you can manifest without doing anything. It's a mental game. And it is a mental game. But the truth is you have to connect the mental, physical, emotional, and spiritual. So you have to align all four of these elements. So spiritual, which it sounds like you got down if you're manifesting like a mofo. Mental, which is your mindset. So if you're doing affirmations and things like that, then you've got that. Emotional, controlling your reactions to things. That is a really big part of how you go through life, is controlling your reactions to things and realizing this is a simulation. So as Morpheus said in The Matrix, do you think that's air you're breathing? I mean, your mental, your emotional reaction to things going on in your world says a lot about where you are vibration-wise and consciously. But the last part is physical. So a lot of you get stuck in, well, they tell me, I can manifest without doing anything, and I don't want to force anything. I don't want to act out of fear, right? You don't want to act out of fear, but how do you take action? That is inspired and spirit motivated. One of the ways is just tuning into your higher guides, your Gus, God, universe, source. What are those nudges, those inspirational nudges that you are getting from source that is urging you to do things, and maybe instead of going the same way to work, you take a different direction. Maybe after work, instead of, going to the store, you go to the library. I don't know. What are those little nudges that you're getting, your intuition that you're getting from inside that is telling you to take the less beaten path, right? Maybe you're meant to go for a walk instead of go to the gym, right? So that is one way that you can tune into spirit, and then in order to decide what actions to take. Maybe you have a hobby that you've always wanted to do, like knitting. So go buy a knitting kit or buy some supplies and give it a go, or watch some videos on how to knit. Maybe you're wanting a raise at work and maybe it's been a while. Well, you can put together do some research about your own performance and put together sort of like a presentation to give to your boss and say, these are the reasons that why I deserve a raise. This is inspired action. This is the key element if you're trying to manifest something, how to bring it to fruition. So one of the things I did when I was in LA and in a bad situation was I needed to move. I had a terrible neighbor and I needed to move. So my inspired action was to just start looking. I was stuck and I wasn't doing anything but, wanting to visualize. But as soon as I started to visualize my new apartment, I wanted to make it a reality. So I took inspired action and started actually looking locally for listings of apartments, and everything coalesced. I was able to figure out what I needed in the apartment. It just kind of snowballed. It built upon itself. And that's how you manifest is, you can obviously use your mind and do visualization, which I encourage. That's important, is to visualize it. See yourself in it, but from your point of view, right? That's how you give it to yourself. But sometimes people stop at that. They think, oh, I can just visualize it until it's stuck in my brain. And then you got to do the action, right? Same with like playing the lotto. You're never going to win the lottery unless you play it. Some people think, oh, well, who wins the lottery? People win the lottery. You have to see yourself winning it, right? From your point of view, and go through the steps of research. What do people who win the lottery, what do they go through? How do they pick up the money? How do they prepare? Some people don't. They just grab the money and go. Some people plan. They get a lawyer. They get a financial advisor. Start planning those meetings in your mind, right? And then you can actually do the research. You could go online and research who are the financial advisors in my area, because I have all this money that I'm going to need to manage. I can't do it alone. I don't have the knowledge, right? And I'm going to need someone to defend me and to tell me the pitfalls of getting the money, trying to maintain anonymous. So figure out what lawyers in your area you want to hire, things like that. These are the inspired and divine actions that you can take toward making your manifestation come true. It's important. And if you like this video and you want to see more of my videos that explain about manifestation, just check the link below in the description where I have a playlist, and you can go through all my videos and get all my tips. And don't forget to subscribe.